Retire 5 to 10 years earlier, live longer, and trade a Florida retirement's high costs for somewhere warmer, safer, and frankly, way more of an upgrade. In this video, I'll show you 7 countries where American expats are thriving with low taxes, easy visas, and luxury lifestyles for less. And trust me, number 1 will surprise you. Let's start with number 7, Thailand. What if you could live like a local king and still afford daily massages, luxury accommodations, and beachfront sunsets, all for less than what you're probably spending on your rent right now? That's what makes Thailand such a favorite among adventurous retirees. In cities like Chiang Mai or Hua Hin, you can enjoy a fully upgraded lifestyle for as little as $1,500 a month. That's rent, fresh food markets, transportation, and yes, even a housekeeper. The cosmopolitan Bangkok will cost a bit more at $3,000-4,000 a month if you want to live well. If you're over 50, you qualify for Thailand's non-immigrant O retirement visa. All you need is either $24,000 in the bank or a $2,000 monthly pension. The process is a bit complicated, involving royal Thai embassies in your country, a trip to Thailand, and a transition of the 3-month visa to a non-immigrant OA visa upon arriving. But that's just one option. Thailand now offers a buffet of long-stay visas. Starting at $25,000, the Thailand Privilege Visa is a 5 to 15-year VIP stay with concierge perks. You get special access at the airport, including free transport to your accommodations every time you land. The LTR visa, the long-term resident visa, on the other hand, is a 10-year visa with special tax exemption on foreign income. And another note about Thai taxes: income earned abroad is not taxed unless you bring it into the country in the same year as you have tax residency. So many retirees legally sidestep Thai taxes by just timing their transfers correctly. This all sounds great, so why is Thailand only number 7? Because for all its charm, bureaucracy can move slower than a tuk-tuk. The language barrier is real, visa and tax rules shift frequently without much warning, and there's virtually no path to citizenship. The constant battle with time zones can also be really frustrating. But hey, for the right individual, Thailand is perfect. If you're wondering whether you could actually make this work in your situation, book a consult with our international relocation experts. We've helped dozens of folks make Thailand their home. But if you're inclined for more of a European lifestyle in your retirement without the Bangkok humidity, Spain's up next. Tremendous tempranillo, garnacha under the Mediterranean sun, really great healthcare, some of the best quality of life metrics in the world. Spain could make your golden years truly golden. But let's read the fine print. Spain's non-lucrative visa is tailor-made for retirees. You'll need to show $30,000 in savings or passive income, about $50,000 for a couple, and in return, you get legal residency, including access to Spain's excellent public healthcare system. Not bad. But what about taxes? Yeah, Spain taxes global income at rates up to a soul-crushing 47%. And because they're not working well on the Spanish non-lucrative visa, retirees can't access the special tax regime called the Beckham Law. But there's slight reprieve by the double tax tree between the United States and Spain. Let's talk about the positives. Retirees fall hard for Spain's blend of cosmopolitan cities. Madrid is personally one of my favorites in the world. Coastal villages and easy access to the rest of Europe and the US. But it's not higher on this list for a few reasons. Spain's bureaucracy has its own concept of time, and the tax system is punitive compared to the others on this list. Still, if you're someone who values culture, sunshine, and modern infrastructure more than low taxes and an efficient government, Spain might be exactly what you're looking for. Now to Spain's Iberian neighbor. If you spent any time researching your options abroad, chances are Portugal has popped up. It's been the darling of the expat world for the past 10 years, namely for its golden visa, which we'll talk about in a second. But does it still live up to the hype in 2025? Let's start with the good news. The D7 retirement visa makes moving to Portugal refreshingly simple. If you can prove passive income of around $1,000 a month, think Social Security, investment income, or dividends, you're eligible for a renewable 2-year residency permit. If you still have active employment income, the similar D8 digital nomad visa may be a better option. Portugal also offers a golden visa, one of the world's most popular such programs. By investing 500,000 euros in a regulated fund or donating 250,000 euros to a cultural preservation project, you can secure residency with minimal time spent in country, while the D7 and D8 visas require at least 6 months a year and therefore tax residency to maintain the visa. The Golden Visa is perfect if you want flexibility and a path to EU citizenship while enjoying solid returns. Taxes? Portugal used to be the undisputed king of European tax breaks. The non habitual resident regime gave expats a 10-year holiday from most taxes. While that program was eliminated, some exemptions still apply, but Portugal is not what it once was. If you're looking for low taxes in the Mediterranean, stay for number 2 and number 1 in today's video. So why do Americans still flock here? Easy. The California-like climate and coastline, affordable and top-ranked healthcare. Portugal is the 7th safest country in the world, and that slow, warm Mediterranean lifestyle. English is also widely spoken, especially in places like Cascais, Faro, Lisbon, and the Algarve. The catch? Portugal is no longer a secret. Prices are up, property in Lisbon and Porto isn't as easy to grab as it was 10 years ago. It's still amazing, just not under the radar anymore. Wondering if Portugal makes sense for your situation? We just spent weeks building the complete guide to moving to Portugal. Check out our video in the top right. 14,000 Americans have flooded this country. Why and how? Let's pause for a second. If you've made it this far, you're not just daydreaming. You're seriously exploring a life abroad. Here's a wild stat. 92% of you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel. If you enjoy this information and want more, it goes a long way if you hit the subscribe button and notification bell. That tells me I should double down on this stuff. Thank you. All right, back to the programming. To Latin America we go. I'd move abroad, but I don't want to be too far from home. We hear this often. If you're thinking the same thing, Mexico just made your short list. With its incredibly accessible temporary residency visa, you can stay in Mexico for up to 4 years by showing around $4,000 a month in income or $75,000 in savings. In fact, if you have more than $250,000 in savings, you can skip temporary residency and get immediate permanent residency. In the tax situation, Mexico doesn't touch your U.S. pensions or Social Security. So with the right setup and thanks to the USA-Mexico double tax treaty, you may not have to pay taxes at all if you retire to Mexico. That means more money in your pocket for street tacos, your second home in the mountains, or even on the beach, or that margarita you definitely earned. Americans keep coming back to Mexico for a reason. Close proximity to the US, wildly diverse climates and environments, and a welcoming, familiar, yet refreshingly different culture. But here's the trade-off. Some areas of Mexico are picture perfect and very safe, thanks to the flourishing tourism economy. Others are not. Infrastructure and general security can be hit or miss depending on where you land. Still, if you're looking for a softer landing pad into expat life, Mexico checks a lot of boxes. The Freedom Files helps you avoid these pitfalls and find the right path for your situation and goals in plain English, not legalese. Now, let's head south a bit to the tip of South America. If you've ever said, I just want a retirement visa that actually makes sense, Panama might be your spirit country. Their Pensionado program is legendary, one of the most generous retirement visas on the planet. If you receive a guaranteed pension or Social Security of more than $1,000 a month, you're in. Just proof of the income and you've got permanent residency. No investment needed. If you're interested in purchasing a property worth $200,000 or more, you can also get a Friendly Nations visa. And here's where things get sweeter. Panama is a territorial tax country and does not tax your foreign income at all. That means everything you've worked for, your pension, retirement accounts, brokerage investments, Social Security, is untouched. Can you imagine giving 0% of your hard-earned income to the government? Why else do Americans love Panama? Of course, taxes are one reason, but the country has much more to offer. For starters, they use the US dollar, so no conversion headaches. English is widely spoken in Panama City, and Pensionado visa holders get juicy retirement discounts on flights, healthcare, and even movie tickets. So why isn't it number one? Panama City, while cosmopolitan and growing, cannot offer the same lifestyle as Europe can. Plain and simple. If you want help figuring out if Panama's laid back lifestyle is a match, download our free How to Retire to Panama guide on the website. It covers visa options, tax benefits, and a few destinations our clients love most. All right, number 2. And the silver medal goes to Italy. Takes the second spot in 2025, not just because of its cuisine and Instagrammability. This country offers a retirement lifestyle that's hard to beat, especially with the elective residency visa and special tax regime. If you have passive income of around 31,000 euros per year, which is roughly $33,000, or 62,000 euros for couples, you can qualify. You'll need to apply from the US and show proof of housing and health insurance, but if you're organized, it's very doable. The Freedom Files can help. Italy also has a golden visa where starting at 250,000 euros, investors can get immediate residency on the path to permanent residency and citizenship. Now let's talk about the real showstopper, the 7% flat tax for 10 years with the option to renew. From an American's perspective, Europe is known for its high taxes and bureaucracy, right? But if you're retiring to southern Italy, retirees can access a 7% flat tax on foreign retirement and passive income instead of the 30 to 40% you may be accustomed to paying in the US elsewhere. Pair that with ultra low housing costs. Yes, homes under $100,000, in some cases even €1, exist here. And you've got a European retirement with real financial breathing room. But money isn't the only reason Italian expats thrive. Our clients consistently tell us that what makes it stick is the lifestyle. Walkable communities, meaningful connections, good healthcare, and the chance to live a little bit slower on purpose. So why is Italy number 2? Because it checks almost all the boxes: affordability, culture, healthcare, safety, food, community, accessibility, and yes, even taxes. The only downside of retiring to Italy is the limits of that flat tax regime in southern Italy. If retirees could settle anywhere in the country and access the same tax incentives, man, Italy would be number 1. So, which country receives our gold medal for U.S. retiree destinations in 2025? Greece earns the Freedom Files' number 1 U.S. expat landing spot for good reason. The Financially Independent Person, or FIP visa, requires about 2,000 euros a month in passive income. That's it. However, you must remain in Greece for at least 6 months a year to maintain the visa. If you prefer immediate permanent residency and no physical presence requirements, Greece also offers a golden visa if you invest 250,000 euros and a renovation budget into local property, which in many places can get you a sea view and a backyard full of lemon trees. Now, speaking of lemons, here's the juicy part. Greece offers a flat 7% tax rate on foreign pensions for up to 15 years. That's a better deal than most US states give you. And what makes this tax regime even better than Italy's is the freedom to reside where you want in Greece. So why do retirees love it here? Well, maybe the better question is, what's not to love? Island life is real, the food is dangerously good, euros. And the Mediterranean lifestyle has a way of slowing you down in the best way. You've got the cosmopolitan pull of Athens and the dreamy serenity of island villages straight out of a movie. While English fades quickly once you leave tourist zones, for many that's a small trade-off for the beauty, affordability, attractive taxes, travel connectivity, and the culture you gain in return. If you're curious about moving to Greece, download our free How to Retire to Greece guide linked below. And of course, reach out if that info puts you over the edge. So which of these countries feels like your next chapter? Leave a comment below. We read every single one and we might just feature yours in our next video. From Thailand to the Greek islands, there are more options than Florida for Americans who want more out of their retirement savings. If you're ready to take the first step, book a one-on-one Freedom Consult to map out your ideal retirement plan without the errors, without the setbacks, without the scams. See you soon.